Just Between Us, your go-to place for top grooming tips. Listen now to find 17 steps to turn your poodle into a panda.
Sorry. Grooming tips. Okay, so you meant dogs.
Yeah.
Okay, and then is it not just paint the white dog a little bit black?
There's 17 difficult steps to turn your poodle into a panda. All right, so this week I thought we could talk about what is the obsession with looking young and never aging and not looking your age and being afraid to look your age.
Well, it's interesting. I was just talking to someone about this, about how Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are the same age. So that's, we can always, do the whole thing about like white people age like milk. But also women are so conditioned to have to look a certain way.
Yeah.
And like men can just age.
Yeah, but like I think that's kind of changing. Like I feel like more and more men are getting filler too.
Yeah, they're getting filler. I follow a toupee account, and it's incredible what they can do.
Really, with a toupee?
With a toupee. Like, you can shower, you can swim, like, it looks attached to your head.
How does it not fall off?
It's like, I don't know, it's this technique or whatever. If you follow Toupee Queen, I'm obsessed. And it looks really good. Like, the days of maybe having to get, like, an actual hair implant surgery, it might be over.
Wow.
I know. Not to say that there isn't pressure on men not to age, but it is interesting that Sugar.
Shiggy, stop. Just a disclaimer, the noise you hear in the back is my dog, Sugar, chewing a bully stick as she prepares to be turned into a panda.
I like that she holds it with both little hands. It's very cute. You'll never see it. I think there's pressure on both sides not to age, but I do know that men get like, oh, you're going to look distinguished, you know?
Yeah, like there are like some positive attributes of like a silver fox.
Right,
like,
right.
Yeah, whereas like there's no positive attributes for women, or at least they feel like there aren't.
Yeah, other than like MILF, but like that implies that they have to have had children.
And that they still look young enough.
Right, that is part of it, right.
Like, it's not like your typical mom. It's a MILF who doesn't look like a mom.
Right. I didn't think about that.
But I had like a surreal experience where like, and it's wild that it took me till I was like 34 because it was a couple months ago to have this. But like, I was with a group of girls and like they all started talking about filler and Botox and where they go and how they have to get it and how like, it's like, I was like, is it worth it? And they're like, definitely. And I was like, oh, I've hit this period of my life now.
Yeah, where the girls are talking like that.
Where the girls are talking like that. And like, it's like interesting because I feel like I don't want to do it.
I regret it. I think it was dumb. I think like it did make me look maybe brighter under the eyes, which made me look more, it made me look more awake for sure. And like, sure, like maybe it added something. But I don't think I would do it now. But I did end up being a trans guy, so who knows? But I just, I don't know that it was worth it. It was a lot of money spent to fight something that's inevitably going to happen.
And I feel like you can get it so wrong.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's like this thing where like you don't realize how you like it's like filler dysmorphia.
Yeah,
or like you end up just getting so much.
Yeah.
And then like.
Totally.
So I'm like afraid to start, but it's also like, I don't know, like I do look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, I definitely look way older than I used to.
But we look incredibly young, one. But two, I also think that there's like this discrepancy in you're not sure what people are supposed to look like at a certain age because people are doing these things. Like everyone's always like, oh, Paul Rudd, he never ages. He looks the same. But he's just had really good work done.
You think he's had work done?
Absolutely. But it's just very, very good.
Like, I think it's just a genetic lottery.
Well, yeah.
I think obviously part of it is like, do you have money to like combat aging with like things you can purchase and buy?
Right.
And then the other thing is like, do you just have like good genes?
Yeah.
So I lean towards good genes with him, but I don't know.
My dad has all his hair.
Yeah.
Which is incredible. He's in his like mid to late 70s. What's
wild to me is like this new phenomenon of like, yes, like in our 20s, it was like, use eye cream. Like, yeah, it was like, do preventive stuff. But now I feel like teenagers are like doing like super preventive stuff, like where I wasn't even like thinking about.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't thinking about anti-aging, but I had a grandmother who, one of my grandmothers was like a working class kind of person who maybe just like dyed her hair in the sink. And then my other grandmother like survived the Holocaust, came over to the US, married a couple rich men, and like had some upward mobility, and really pulled herself out from dreck and trauma. And she was obsessed with how she looked. And so she had facelifts and had her makeup tattooed on and was extremely impeccable all the time, outfits, nails, jewelry, all of it. And so she never looked her age. So I have no concept. Like I would be like, I don't know, this person looks like 90, you know, like I have no idea what anything looks like.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's even difficult with like my own parents where I'm like, oh, they don't look 70.
Right.
Like, they couldn't well, they're not 70 yet. I should. My dad turned 70 in November and my mom not till May. So.
Wow, young parents.
And well, yeah.
Teen parents.
Not really. You just have a really old dad.
I have an old dad, yeah.
I feel like because of my parents aging, my goalpost for like what is old keeps moving. Yeah. So like it's like, no, you're not old till you're 85.
Yeah,
Whereas
exactly.
like when I was younger,
that's what I was saying.
It was like 60, so old. But now like I'm like, no, I can't think of my parents as elderly. Therefore, they don't seem elderly to me.
Right.
And so therefore it's like, oh, 70, that's nothing.
Yeah, I know. I also think like us aging puts like who I would date at an older age and also who I'm friends with where I would think it was strange. Like now I'm like, oh, if someone was like in their 50s, I would be like, sure, whatever. Like, cool. I'm not really, I feel all discombobulated by transition. Like I feel like I don't know what I look like. I have no concept. People think I look incredibly young, but is like I just took a picture with a friend of mine who's a cis guy who's probably 8 years younger than me, and we went boxing together, and we took a picture of us like after we went boxing, and he sent it to me, and he was like literally like Latino gay uncle with his white teenage nephew, and I was like, why is that what it looks like? Like I look like a child next to him. Like he doesn't look old.
But that's like coveted in society.
Yeah.
But like I want to like I think for me my fears around aging are ultimately come down to a fear of death.
Ah.
So like
mine is a fear of not looking hot. I'm not even joking.
I know. Because I do think, to me, like, look at like Anne Hathaway.
Right.
She, like, I think a lot of older women, and I mean, like, I feel like, who has aged amazing? The woman, Jennifer something.
Who? Connelly?
Yeah, Jennifer Connelly.
Oh, I think about Jennifer Connelly. That's a woman empire for me.
Yeah,
once a week.
That woman, and like I feel like she looks like kind of looks her age, but like is just stunning. So it's like I feel like we just need more examples of like women with less work aging gracefully to like become less afraid of it.
Yeah, or just being okay with time passing. Like just sort of being like, yeah, like a lot of old people I talk to are sort of just like, yeah, I'm old. Like they're not particularly upset about it, but then I think once you reach, let me make a prediction. Once you reach like mid 70s, you're not that concerned about it. But the years like 60 to 75, you're like freaking out about aging, I think. And you're like, oh my God, every little thing is different.
22-year-olds are freaking out about aging.
Well, that's true, yeah. But when I was 22, I felt bad for people in their 30s. And now I'm like, you could not pay me to go back. The level to which I don't give a shit now is great.
Yeah, but you care about looking young still.
I don't care about looking. No, I was complaining. I don't want to look like a child. Like when I'm going out with like the gay guys in my life and I'm the oldest one in the group, but nobody talks to me because they're like, that's a child. Like that's a real problem. There was another trans guy at kickball practice, and it took me a while. Like literally, I feel bad when I rolled up. I was like, "Why is there a teenager here?" Like I was like, "That's weird. Isn't this league like 21 plus? Like why this is like a middle schooler?" It was just another trans guy.
Yeah, I think I have to like separate the fear of like looking older from like my imminent demise.
Yeah, where you're like looking older versus, oh no, I'm not going to be able to go up the stairs.
Or no, like just not even that, just that I'm going to be dead.
Why are you so worried about being dead?
I think because for so long I wanted to be dead.
Yeah.
And now I don't want to be dead anymore. And so, like, I'm clinging to it.
Fascinating. But,
yeah.
like, so because our different things are, like, I don't want to lose my control abilities. Like, I don't want to look decrepit. I don't want to, need help with things. But you're like, what if I die?
Yeah. Oh, I think what I'm afraid of the most is the moment before you know you're going to die and how scared I'm going to be.
But what
I
if
have
you
to
don't
talk to myself all the time about that, like what that moment will be like, and that maybe it won't be as bad as I think it will be.
I don't think it'll be bad, Allison, because I know there's like a sense of peace.
I hope there is. I just feel like I feel like my last moment on earth is going to be abject terror, and I'm so afraid of it.
Well, babe, it's probably over fast. Also, you probably won't know.
But what if I do? But
you'll
really
know for how long? A minute?
Do you know how long a minute is
yeah.
when you're in abject terror?
Sure. I think, you know what? I don't want you to be overthinking it, but I think there is an element of maybe just coming to peace with it.
I need to work on my relationship towards death.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm like, as soon as it starts happening, I'll be like, oh, right on schedule. I'll be like totally fine. I feel bad, but like maybe that's a comfort to the people around me is that people are like, oh no. And I'll be like, honestly, if you saw my ghost would be like, fair enough.
No, but having a ghost means that you get to continue.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, like, imagine me in wherever you think I am in the future. I'm like, yeah, this is chill. I'm like mostly like, sure. I think like the steps towards being less able to do things on your own, being looked at in a way that isn't necessarily like, oh, you matter in this world. That's really upsetting.
And maybe that feeds into all of it. It's like we just see how older people are treated and they're not treated well.
Exactly.
And so then it's like, well, if I don't look old, then maybe I'll continue to be treated well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Because that's not just vanity. That's more just like social prowess.
Yes, I agree. Or being talked to like a baby when you're not, when you're like, I follow this, my social media is weird. I follow this retirement home and it's really cute. They're so cute. Like they'll have them do fit checks and stuff. And it's really cute. Like they'll be like, fit check. This shirt was from my grandson. These shorts are from the Boot Barn. The hat, I don't remember where I got it. Like it's so cute. And so they'll have them like telling stories and stuff or whatever. And like they'll just be like, you can't treat this person like a child. They're like, I did 2 tours. Like I, I fought in World War II and in Vietnam, whatever. It's like, you can't like,
we can't infantilize them.
Yeah, you can't infantilize them. Mostly I get upset because it'll be like 2 old people talking and they'll be like, and then we met and then a month later we got married. We've been together for 70 years. And I'm like, fuck you. You're turning it into looking like a panda, or you're turning
acting like one.
Okay, interesting.